So welcome back to Rock Solid Motorsports. Today we have the privilege to introduce to you this beautiful 1967 Plymouth Belvedere 2. And this Belvedere comes to us as just a very nice example of that sought-after B-body Chrysler product, and powered by a fresh, nicely built, fuel-injected 360 V8 backed by an automatic transmission, finished in its original gold metallic paint, and this very special and limited production black crackle vinyl over silver. And you could only get this in the silver special edition, which this car was from the factory. You see a very original, unrestored interior that's been very well maintained. And the mileage on this car is believed to be original at just over 20,000 miles. So it's not just a great looking Belvedere, it's a good driving Chrysler. So we'll grab the other camera, we'll go for a test drive. We're going to take that beautiful 1967 Plymouth Belvedere 2 for a test drive.
Yep.
And that nice, fresh 360 is fuel injected. So I usually let it run, or let the fuel pump build pressure about 5 seconds, and that 360 lights right off.
It does.
No excuses.
Just like a fuel injection vehicle should.
Yeah. No funny noises, no smoke out the back. You know, it's just...
Yeah, it sounds good too. It's got a great sound coming out of the dual exhaust.
It does.
Which is car, it's a neat mix of original and kind of resto mod a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the car, I mean, it is still finished. Actually, the interior is its original interior, which is interior, like we said earlier, was only available in these Belvederes in '67 under the Silver Special package, which was a low production package, and actually was one that not a whole lot of people knew about on these Plymouths and these Belvederes. And typically you saw them in silver with a black vinyl top, and actually the vinyl, if you optioned the vinyl top, would have matched the black vinyl in the interior. Which, when you see this in person, it's awesome, that black with the silver crackle in it. It's just such a good looking interior. But this one was special ordered in the gold metallic, and it has been repainted in its original gold metallic exterior paint. And it shines extremely well, but then under the hood, you have that fresh fuel injected 360 power plant,
which moves this car out way better than the factory 273.
Oh, absolutely.
But it was originally a V8 car.
It was.
And it runs nice and cool. I think on the programmer is showing 190.
Oh, that's really hot. Yeah, the heat index is over 100 today. So.
Yeah, it's like 102. So, and we were just in traffic, light to light. So, the cooling system's doing an awesome job.
Absolutely.
And actually, the speedo I'm showing about 65 right now. The car is,
it's quiet in the interior.
Tight suspension. It does have a grand steering wheel on it currently. We do have the factory steering wheel in the trunk you'll see later, and we have the factory style wheel moldings that would have came on the silver special edition with the drip rail moldings. It's the only way you get that molding on a Belvedere
outside of the GTX.
Outside of the GTX.
Yeah, so they just had some neat touches, and on the exterior too, I mean, they would have had a black pinstripe. Now, when they repainted the car, they replaced that black pinstripe with a silver metallic one to kind of tie in the silver in the interior with the exterior. Yeah. It's a unique color combo. It's not one that you see every. You don't see this interior ever.
I wouldn't be surprised if this may be the only silver special edition
in gold metallic.
Gold metallic. Yeah. There can't be that many of them because there's not that many of them.
No, like I said,
silver special edition.
Real low production, just not often seen package on these cars. And this one, I mean, outside of just being the silver special, it's an exceptional example of these Belvederes. Believed to be 21,500 original miles. And the interior kind of speaks to that. This interior is unrestored. The padding is starting to break down a little. You have some foam kind of crumbs underneath the seat. So it starts showing, the padding is starting to show its age. But the vinyl's in excellent condition, showing just enough age to just kind of reveal the authenticity of
The
the
carpet,
age.
the dash, the vinyl, the door panels. We're gonna let that 360 breathe a little bit. 60.
Somewhere between 60 and 70. Yeah. We got there.
I think our speedo must be off a little bit. We have time to check our speedo. And while he's doing that, it's just a great driving example. All my gauges work: temperature gauge, fuel gauge, charging gauge, lower motor works.
I'd say it's off a little bit. We were doing about 56 miles an hour right now.
Okay, so the speedo reads about 10 to 14 miles per hour fast. So, yeah, so we got up to just about 60.
Yeah.
So that 360 is healthy. We do have an aftermarket Optimus stereo that works very well.
It does.
So the horn,
It was working on the way up here.
There it is.
So it's intermittent.
So it's intermittent. But it's just, I mean, power steering, power brakes. It's hands off the wheel, straight down the road.
Yeah. It's definitely a no excuses classic. It's one of those that you just can get in, turn key, and just enjoy it. There's just no questions asked. This car's going to get you from point A to point B. And it's going to look awesome. We've got all sorts of compliments and thumbs ups on the way out here. It's a great looking car. And it's definitely going to draw attention at local cruise and our car show.
You will, yeah. I mean, it's just taking it out, out of the showroom to do videos on it, and we've gotten all kinds of compliments. People stopping us. Yeah, it's a beautiful car. Very nice driving car. Solid on the road. Absolutely. Easy driving car. So if you are in the market for an awesome B-body or just muscle car in general, stay tuned for the walk-around inspection. Very clean car, not that many flaws, so you won't be disappointed. So now that we're done with the test drive, we'll do our walk-around inspection portion of the video on this 1967 Plymouth Belvedere 2. And not a lot of defects in this car. The paint was laid very well. The metallic's nice and even throughout. Very slight orange peel. The reflection is very nice in the car. There are a couple minor defects. So we'll go ahead, we'll get into the windshield here. Nice and clean, no chips, no cracks. Your stainless surrounds in very good condition. There might be a very minor ding right there in the middle of it, but your cowl's nice and straight, very good condition, and the paint throughout is in very good condition. Your left front fender is in very good condition. Same with your Belvedere 2 emblem. Now you see the factory mags, and they're wrapped in the BF Goodrich radial TAs. Do have a little bit of age in the painted areas. Come across the hood, the driver's portion of the hood's nice and straight. Not seeing any defects to note on all your emblems on the front. Your V8 emblems in very good condition. The Plymouth lettering. All your stainless on the front is in good condition. The grille is nice and intact and straight. Not seeing any major dings. There's probably a stone chip here and there. The front bumper's in very good condition. Shines well. Nice and straight, not twisted at all. Passenger side of the hood, there is one little blemish here. Looks like almost like the hood might have got shut on something. Put a little dimple in the hood, but the rest of your fender and cowls in very good condition, nice and straight. Same with the lower portion of the fender. Do have a little 1-inch scratch there in the paint. The rest of the fender is in very good condition. The right front wheels, all four wheels are very comparable, and expect just a little bit of the black paint loss. But your windshield's nice and clean, free of any major defects. Stainless is in very good condition. Your lower rocker moldings on this passenger side is very nice and straight. Your passenger door is also nice and straight. Stripe and paint's in very good condition. Your door handle's in good condition. All your passenger side glass is in good condition. And the stainless, even your vent window is in good condition. The molding around it. Coming into the interior is that great silver special edition black crackle vinyl over silver vinyl. It's very well maintained original interior.
Door panel's in very good shape. You do have, I mean, just a hint of wear down on the black painted portion for all you from getting in and out. Just some slight age on the window crank and armrest. But I would say definitely well above average condition for an unrestored interior. The door jambs are nice and clean. Threshold plate has a little bit of scuffing to be expected. I don't believe it's been replaced at all. The interior carpet showing some very minor wear. Dash is nice and straight, no cracks, no heavy defects. You have an added AM/FM radio below the factory radio. And the awesome black and silver interior. Definitely very good condition, especially for the age and the originality. Have some wear, there's some wear in the piping and the cording here. Just enough to kind of tell you that it is an original interior, but still presents extremely well. Back seat is in excellent condition throughout. You just have some light age on your seat belts. And a little nick there in that panel. Your black painted portion's good. Your headliner throughout's in very good condition. You do have a little tear there and it's like a patch on the driver's side. Not seeing really anything on the passenger side.
And both doors open and close very nicely. Coming across the roof, passenger side of the roof is nice and straight. No condition items to speak of. Your stainless molding, which you could only get the strip rail molding on this silver special edition. It's all in very good condition, nice and straight. Your rear glass is free of any major defects. The stainless around it's in very good condition. Your passenger side rear quarter is nice and straight. I'm seeing no bubbles, no major chips.
We have a little bit of wear and age, of course, in the rally wheels, just like the rest of the mags.
So coming across, your deck lid is nice and straight. Paint's nice and even. I got a couple real nitpicky little items there on the one top of the quarter. But all your rear stainless and molding's in very good condition. Your rear bumper shines very nice. No dents. Both your lenses are nice and clear. And inside, it's a very clean trunk compartment. You see we got the factory jack. And you see that we also have a tub full of receipts and manuals, a couple extra parts. We do have the factory steering wheel and those factory wheel moldings that you could only get on the silver special edition.
Outside of the GTX.
Outside of the GTX, on the Belvederes. The driver's side rear quarter, very clean, very straight. We do have a couple real minor, little stone chip there, a couple right there. Rear wheel very comparable to the rest. We do have a little scratch here, a couple little dings, chips, one down there. But all these defects are very minor. Driver's side glass is very good condition. Same with the roof on the driver's side, nice and straight. Driver's side doors, nice and straight. Paint shines well. Your driver's mirror's in very good condition. Same with the driver's door handle. Coming into the driver's side portion of the interior is very comparable to the passenger side. Very good condition. Well above average.
Door throughout, it's in very good condition. All the metal's in great shape. You have a couple of paint chips on the painted portion of the door, so maybe the upper metal portion's been repainted. But the original door panel itself, the vinyl portion, is in very good condition. I mean, you just have a hint of age, just kind of telling the authenticity of age of these panels, and they're just in such good condition for the age. You do have a little bit of wear and age on the window crank as well as the armrest, just like on the passenger side. Coming in, your door jambs are in excellent condition. Scuff plate, again, showing some age and wear that you'd expect from a car this age and this original. And coming into the rear interior, rear carpet is in very good condition, especially for the age. And back seats, again, just in outstanding condition for the year, the originality, for being unrestored. Your rear interior panel on the driver's side is in better condition than the passenger side, showing little to no wear or defects. Coming into your driver's side front seat, again, showing just minimal wear. You might have some slight scuffs and scratches in the vinyl, but overall the vinyl's in very good condition. You have this one frayed string there. But overall, just in very good condition. Some minor wear on the piping here, probably from pulling the seat forward. But really not bad. Front carpet's in very good condition throughout. Again, the original steering wheel's in the back, so you have the Scranton one up front, and it's in good condition. Shines nice and bright. Again, driver's side of your dash just as clean as the rest. Odometer showing 21,516, believed to be original miles. Dash, again, nice and straight.
Into the engine compartment, you see housing that well-built 360 with that mild rise Edelbrock intake and the fuel injection. Very nicely detailed. Upgraded to a serpentine belt. So we'll fire up this 360, show you some lights working.
Fuel injected 360 fires right up just like it should. No knocking, no squeaking, no weird noises of any kind. Got a great sound coming out of the dual exhaust. Show you some lights working. There's your headlights, your brights, driver side turn signal, passenger side turn signal. All your front lights work just as they should. Great sounding Mopar. There's your running lights, your brake lights, driver side turn signal, passenger side turn signal, and your reverse lights. All your lights work just as they should.
Well, if you're in the market for a great muscle car, 60s muscle Chrysler product, or just a muscle car in general, you definitely want to take a close look. This beautiful 1967 Belvedere 2 Rock Solid Motorsports.